Do you like me t-shirt? We're back, and it's not Last Resort. Last Resort is meant to be the next episode. Hello, I'm Stephen Mason. Welcome to Lonely Tree Entertainment, and welcome to the 45th episode, I believe, 45th, of the Corey Haim movie series review. Now, the last one hyped up the fact that it's going to be Last Resort, and Last Resort is happening. We just haven't got around to filming the main bit. I need to sort of break it down. I really want to watch Last Resort one more time as well before I do my bit as well. I'm really over the moon with the amount of people in it, all that's going to be in it. But while I've been, off doing other stuff, sorry, the window's open. I can hear stuff 360 around. It's just like real life. There's a guy on YouTube, there's a channel on YouTube, I should have said. Fuck off, man, film your Fast and Furious somewhere else. Sorry. So, where was I? Right, so anyway, there's a channel on YouTube called Corey Haim Central, and I think it dibble dabbles in Corey Haim movies. Now, there's one thing to say, you shouldn't be putting that on there because it's not your content, but there's another thing to go, hang on, it's got to be somewhere. Like, this shit, it just disappeared into limbo, and like, my entire waffle across this entire series has been the availability of Corey's material, you know what I mean? It's like, Lost Boys, yeah, that's available, always has been, it's on 4K, but other stuff has just disappeared, especially here in the UK. And connecting with people like Vampire Mike and Dan is basically, I mean, even Rob Lynn, like, these are all people I've met through the sheer love of, everyone was a big fan of Corey, either Corey Haim or Corey Feldman, either way around. They're just the kind of kids that were presented as being cool and in movies, and let's that a couple of years later, this is what you could have been. That's how I kind of looked at it, but to me it was always just like the hunt for VHS, and for me just to focus on them too, because when I was a kid, Corey Feldman was everything you really looked at, and then all of a sudden he comes Corey Haim. Now, I'm aware, and I've talked about this in other episodes, and there's even an episode of other Corey movies where I've talked about stuff that I've had, like what Life 101, like his appearance in TV shows, and just so happens that this Corey Haim Sentinel YouTube channel has Life 101 on there. It has, that car's coming back now, Roomies, the entire TV series, that's been completely disappeared, and it has an episode of PSI, which I've never seen, but it had Me, Myself and I on. Now, I'm aware of Me, Myself and I, and I'd seen bits and bobs over the years via YouTube, but never actually seen the whole production. And when you go back and you search Corey Haim, especially when I would search for Corey Haim, you didn't have the internet. You would have books, you would have film books, you'd get the massive Holorax books or something like that, the Perforuses and alphabetical, and you go down and it would show you what they were in, and it's how you would do it. And Me, Myself, I was classed as a movie. Now, what Me, Myself and I is, and it's not Irene with Jim Carrey, Me, Myself and I is like a fan club video thing, which I think only ever seen the light of day in America. I think you only got this if you're part of Corey Haim's fan club or Perth in the Moment. My God, it was ahead of its time, mind. Because a lot of artists are out there, like Feldman was popular, yes, Feldman was popular, like the 90s kids, they became mega popular, but Corey Haim at the peak of his career, to have a VHS made of him, that is nothing but him flat out denying he's not on drugs. Sorry. I watched it, and it's showing him like the Teen Idol kind of thing. Like, you see that shit all the time now on just television, on DVDs. I mean, Justin Bieber made a fucking movie out of it, One Direction. So like, but for him should get a little bit of credit here, because like he was just like sort of the pathway for this kind of thing, doing this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, but I was watching it and like, tennis, yeah, driving. Does he have a license? Playing ice hockey, which I'm passionate about. And like, I liked it, how it was one angle, then blatantly he's the other angle, then showing stuff, and it was almost just like, the fuck is this trying to do? Is it a photo shoot in the making? Is it behind the scenes? Is it a day in the life? I mean, he's clearly not doing anything. Oh, there's a bus now. He's clearly not like making a movie at the time, and I was trying to pinpoint it, and it kind of looks like it's near Fast Getaway because of his hairstyle. He looks like he's just dropped the mullet, but I kind of want to say it came at the end of the 80s, into the early 90s. You know, because Corey had a bit of a recluse time when he went off back to Canada, and that's when Watchers, and then he came back to do Dream a Little Dream, whatever, you know what I mean. But like, it's a bit where, you know, they have the fake window and the camera zooms right in. He's just like, "Hi there," and he's like looking at you, and he says like, "Yeah, I've been away this time, and I'm doing good." I'm like, "You're lying." Like you're lying. I don't believe you. I do not like that, and that's a credit to him as an actor, because in a movie you're like, yeah, we can rob a bank by oh yeah, I like you. But when he tells me he's not on drugs and that thing, I'm doing fine. I say, you're lying. That's lying. But again, I think it's ahead of its time. I've never had a copy of it, never seen it physical on it. It's something that is lost to the shades of time, so YouTube is where it should be. But again, if it was done right, you know, I've always said this, and I'll say it again, right? I might watch a few more things of that. I've never said that before, but like, if someone came along and bought up a few of Corey Haim's productions, grabbing that and putting it on as an extra, especially if it's seen the light of day on a Blu-ray release down the line, or something that's kind of, you know, like, when they're really like the Burbs, when they really don't bother like teasing you and keeping a bit back, they just dump everything on there. That's there. But yeah, I was, you know, it's on YouTube, and there's a website advertised all the way through. Why? But it's there again. World Wide Web and stuff like that. It's only took me 30 years to fucking see it, so there we go. Well done. And he's wearing a very colourful t-shirt like this, so that's why I decided to wear this. But yeah, watch that one. I don't have YouTube up in the editing room, or I might have watched more, but I don't know. Once Last Resort's filmed, Last Resort will be the last one. I covered Life 101, but I haven't seen Rumours or PSI, the TV show, so that could be an encore. But I thought at least I acknowledge myself. I don't have a bath to lie in a bath and float around on a crocodile, you know, posing. But yeah, I think like now, so ahead of its time. It's like a vlog. It's like a day in the life. Well before anything. I can't think of anyone who did that before he did it. Over here anyway. Right, see you in the outtakes. I don't know where I got to go. So, what is stopping me all this time doing Last Resort? Honestly, I think it's mainly because I need to line everyone's interviews up. At first I was waiting on people's interviews coming in. Now I have them all. It's like, right, you now need to put Humpty Dumpty together. But every time I watch Last Resort, I end up wasted. And I absolutely love the film, but I couldn't fucking tell you what happens in it. It's one of those. Nice to see the dog's mood. Right, goodbye for now.